Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. Really, the goal with sitting is stability and an upright back if possible. You don't want to be hunched over or sitting on your foot or something that's uncomfortable where you feel the need to move around during the practice. You just want to find something stable and upright back, hopefully, if that works for you. Sitting in a chair works, or you can even lie down. Just find what works for you. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes here. But of course, if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. There are no hindrances. But of course, if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and drop your eyes gently down below you, just to whatever's just below. It could be the floor, the desk, or whatever it is. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not blurry and zoned out. We just have a nice, light, clear gaze directed gently downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable, sturdy, seated position, and your eyes are open and down. Just relax. Allow the nervous system to calm down. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to become, no achievements, nothing to attain. Just relax. For no reason at all. Just notice what's here right now. Noticing sounds around you, the general hum and buzz of the world. Noticing what you see, even if your eyes are closed. The dance and flicker of images behind your eyelids, or the play of shadow and form with your eyes open. Noticing any tension or sensations of the body, emotions, feeling. It's all happening right now. It's not happening in the future or the past. It's all here and now. So just notice it for no reason at all. And if you're normal, you're probably experiencing a little competition for your attention. Trying to pay attention to this moment, but you keep thinking about something else. Worrying or planning something, remembering a video, stealing your attention away from this moment. And a great tool to assist with our attention of this moment is, of course, to bring our attention to the breath, which only happens now. So find the breath wherever you feel it the most. You could feel it in your nose or the chest, the abdomen, the lower belly, a combination of those places. And just rest your attention with it. We're not focusing, not concentrating on the breath, but simply noticing intimately the movement of the breath. Your thoughts will continue to think, so just let them think. Don't block them or force them in any way. Your only task is to remain with breathing. Allow thoughts to think what they want to. Stay with the breath. Come back. Come back to breathing. And I'm probably catching you thinking again. But it's interesting. What are these thoughts talking to? Can you find what thoughts are talking to in experience? Or are you just assuming it's talking to me? What is this me? What is this I? In the same way you found the breath, can you find I, me? Is there something there to be found? Or was it completely made up? Look for the looker. What is the meditator? This isn't a question to be answered with your thoughts. In the same way, when I ask to find the breath, that isn't a action of thinking. Find the I. What are you? This is not a thought question. Use your attention. What hears this voice? What sits here? What controls breathing? Look carefully. What do you discover? Stop talking to yourself. What notices the words? What is talking to what? If you don't understand, stay there and completely rest. All right, you can look at the screen. You ever seen, there's this a great analogy here that I wanted to talk about. There's cave divers who will go underwater into a cave, which is extraordinarily dangerous, obviously, depending on where. And they have the snorkel, they got the oxygen, they got the mask, and they can only go down for so long. But they have a lifeline, this cord that takes them all the way back so they don't get lost in the caves. And ever so often, which is unfortunate, somebody will get tangled in that cord. And then there's a frightening feeling of being tangled. And so they fight even more and get even further tangled. And then the chaos really starts. And they start fighting and moving, and all the soot is moving around. You can't see anything, and you're underwater in a cave, completely tied up and fighting and getting even more tangled in the line. Now, of course, what is the suggestion to prevent getting tangled up? To stay still. Because the movement and the worry and the change, that will get you ever more tangled into that cord. This is a lot like how our minds are with thinking. We have bad days, we think about hard things. I wish I was like this and I'm not. Why does he have this and I don't have that? I'm never going to be good enough. I'm just always crappy, blah, 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 thinking. And then we're like, oh, okay, no, you can do this. You can get your way out of this. No, you don't think that way. You should just read more books on self-help and then you'll be better, blah, blah, blah. Thinking, trying to think your way out of it. Now, I'm not saying self-help books are bad, and I'm not saying that reframing isn't good. It is. It's good to be positive and it's good to change your thoughts. But a lot of the times we get ourselves more tangled in the craziness of thinking by trying to think our way through it. We're trying to think our way out of the pain and the stress and the frustration. And usually it just comes back even worse. Usually. Now, of course, there is great, it's a caveat, there is great things to do to reframe your thoughts and to be more positive and to practice positivity. That's a real thing. But a lot of the times, and for most of us, we watch a TikTok video and then we try it for a day and then we're just like, well, blah, 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 it didn't work. And then you're just like, it's not working for me. And then it gets worse and worse and you start thinking like the cave diver who's freaking out, getting tangled even more in the cord, the lifeline. Meditation is to just stop. Let it go. And with the mind, when you just stop and you see it for what it is, you see what thoughts actually are, you see what this I, this me actually is, there is no is to it, that it's empty, you realize that the cord that you thought was wrapping around your neck and the pain and the problems and the frustrations was never there in the first place. Or it was never around your neck. You just thought it was. But you can't know that until you are still, until you look. What are actually thoughts? What sees thinking? What are thoughts talking to? What gets tangled in thinking? What is that? That's the question for this practice. And when you find that out, you realize there's nothing there to get tangled in the first place. It's all thoughts. But of course, this requires practice. You can see this if you really, some people, they see it immediately. Their first look, what am I? Oh, nothing there. Oh, it's all a bad dream. There is no I. Boom, and they're free forever. People like Sri Ramana Maharshi. It just happens to them. But for most of us, me included, it requires practice because we're so habituated to thinking that we don't know that it actually requires a daily practice to let it go. Not to cultivate anything, but to be reminded of what is, which is now. And of course, I post a video like this, a daily practice, every single day. So if you're interested and you want to learn about meditation, but you don't want to get involved in the spiritual stuff or learn about anything spooky, join the Attentive Mind. I'm here to just show you you. And I'm on the path too. I'm a student as well. So join me and we could be students together. Thank you for showing up today. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that I've been posting a separate question and answer video, hopefully once a week, depends on how busy it is, but I will be posting those videos. I already sent one. So bring in your questions in the comments below and I'll answer them in those videos. Unless you don't want me to answer it, I can type it out if you prefer that, but just let me know. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And of course, as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.